It is a Football Friday live from Music City, USA. Hour 2 brought to you by Culligan Water of Regina. Clear water, clear choice. Filter out the bad and taste the good. Culligan Water of Regina. Check out their website and order yours at culliganregina.com. Quite a week in the CFL. 2 head coach hirings. Mark Killam in Edmonton on Monday. Buck Pierce a couple days later in BC. The 28th head coach of the Lions. 28th head coach. Buck Pierce joins us on this Football Friday. And Buck, welcome back to the RP show. Actually, I think it's your first time, and you appear as the head coach of the BC Lions. Quite a week, man. How's it been?
It's been great. It's been great. What amazing week. Being back out there in BC. I'm back in Winnipeg now. But it's great to be on, Rod.
Well, I just want to say congratulations. Let's be honest. There's a lot of questions have come in from the viewers already. I could just turn this over to them. Like, they're saying you've had opportunities or interviewed for head coaching jobs before. What feels so right with this one that you would take it?
Yeah, it's obviously I have deep ties to British Columbia. With the Lions, it's where I started my career. I was always hoping I would be able to bring my family back this way. Once Ryan Rigmaiden got hired, I have a good relationship with him, and our visions aligned on what we want the BC Lions to be, and moving forward, I think being on the same page with everybody, we just align that way.
I tell you something, Buck, I don't know you real well, but I've met you before. I know you're a great guy. When you first came to that team back in the day, and I saw your quotes from your news conference the other day, but if somebody would have told you one day, Buck, you will be the head coach of this team, what would you have said? Oh, my God.
Talk about a full circle moment, right? And dream come true for me. I probably would have laughed at him a little bit. I always saw myself as a coach. Always wanted to stay around the game. But have the ability to come back here and help build something that is sustainable. Is a dream come true. And it's still a little bit surreal for me. But the work's already started. We're excited about where we're going and the next few weeks.
I told you the viewers want a part of you. Cole from Vancouver Island. If you don't mind me asking you some questions from the viewers. He says, Buck, how will you balance doing it your own way while also trying to use what you've learned along the way from Wally, Mike O'Shea, etc.?
Yeah, you know what? We're going to be the BC Lions, and we're going to build it, in the way that we see fit, right? And we're going to set a standard, and our standard is going to be toughness. We're going to build it off our core beliefs and what we believe it should look like. So obviously, I'd be foolish not to take things from great people like Wally Buono and Mike O'Shea and the lessons that I've learned. But it's about putting our own stamp on it, and who we believe we are, and building it, something that lasts, and building it in our vision. And our vision is going to be built on toughness and really surrounding great people around us.
As have you, by the way. They say teams take on the personality and persona of their coach. That's Buck Pedersen in a nutshell. If it takes on your image, I think Lions fans would be pretty happy with that. This is flowing beautifully. Brad in Winnipeg writes it, and he says, thank you, Buck. Greatly appreciate your time with the Bombers. All the best as head coach. We should speak a little bit about your time in Winnipeg and how much you've grown there as a player and a coach and all the rest. You must just love that town.
I can't speak, enough about, the people of Winnipeg and how they embraced me when I came there in 2010 as a player. I think they embraced my style of play, the way, I try and treat people, and, they reciprocate that right back. It ended up being in Winnipeg for 14 years. My wife's from Winnipeg. My 2 kids were born there. Lifelong relationships, with the people here. I couldn't say more about my time in Winnipeg, but also, looking forward to the next chapter, right? I mean, we're, excited to move forward, with with BC, get this thing rolling.
Well, I'll be honest. I was at Grey Cup. I was looking at the stadium. It's still fantastic, man. I love that place. I love that place. Got the Lions logo on the side. And I was thinking, this is going to be Buck's house. And this was before the game. I mean, the rumor was out that you were going to be the guy. Paul in Humboldt writes in, he says, who will you invite to guest coach at your first camp? I mean, are these things you've thought of yet? Have you had time to think of these things?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that obviously throughout my coaching journey and playing journey that I have respect for and want to get to know better. There's obviously people that I'd like to be around, but I think that's also maybe a little bit down the road as well. We're looking at our staffing right now and moving forward with that.
Sounds good. It looked like, again, I didn't watch the news conference. I read the stories of it. It looked like a pretty good chunk of it was spent on Nathan Rourke. And when I was in BC for Grey Cup, I saw how much and why the Lions think so much of him. Can you speak of your relationship moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, Nathan's a elite talent. You talk about a guy that wants to be coached, wants to win, wants to win for his teammates, wants to do it the right way, wants to improve, wants to, be the guy that he can be. That's Nathan to a T. Just in spending, a few days with him, having some good conversations with him, just getting to know him. He just, he's all about, the team, what he can do for the team, how he can improve, he's ready to learn. So, he's got everything you want in a leader and obviously, his physical tools and what he, is able to do on the football field, are spectacular. I think it's important for us that we put the right pieces in place around him. And we have a good, relationship, with myself and him. And, we're definitely going to try and, become a more physical team. And just like I said, be, able to, support him and what he needs.
I won't keep him much longer. Sounds like your phone's going off, but I'm a broadcaster. I'm not a coach. If I may, I just want to ask, you gone back and looked at the film, what didn't happen for Nathan? Because all the football guys expect him to get back to what he was, but he wasn't this year. What didn't click when he came back from the NFL that you've identified?
Well, I think a lot of people, are asking those questions, right? And listen, the guy has had a very busy couple of years. He's had opportunities, that he's chased, and good for him. He's well deserving of those opportunities. I think now he's ready to get settled in. Focus in on an offense. Become the locker room presence that he needs to be. But listen, playing quarterback at the professional level, for guys who have done it, is extremely hard, right? Whether it's CFL, NFL, you need that time. You need that time to be with your teammates, get on the same page, all those type of things. So yeah, I think having a full off season, for him, mentally, just knowing where he's going to be at, and us. Being able to spend some time together, and just, build this thing together. All right. And, that's the biggest thing as a quarterback is you need to be playing, you need reps, you need to play. And I think that's what he's excited about.
That's why quarterbacks like yourself make great head coaches. This is an exciting dawn of a new era for BC Lions football, Buck. Congratulations. It looks so positive from where I'm sitting. Enjoy whatever offseason you have, and we'll be following closely. Thanks for the time today.
Hey, Rod, thank you so much, man. I appreciate watching you guys. You guys do a great job.
Thank you. Thanks, man. The 28th head coach of the BC Lions, Buck Pierce, just a super guy. Lions fans, you're blessed, and you know it. We'll be back for the overtime segment right after this. Got a lot of sports notes to get to. We are live on the Game Plus television network, streaming live, and, of course, podcasting wherever the best podcasts are found.